What's up, everybody? Mama Murphy is behind the camera because she wants to clarify something on this video from her last video, and I'm gonna let her do that.
Okay, I said that a 22 bullet ricocheting could have the same velocity as a 9mm, and that is exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying when it leaves the barrel that it's going at the same speed, but when it ricochets, it picks up speed and it picks up puncture power. No, it's not going to do as much damage as a 9mm would do.
Unless it hits in a certain area.
But it is going to be more powerful than when it left the gun. Now, I said this because I don't want you see me shoot at water. I know what I'm doing when I shoot at water. I know not to shoot at an angle. I know to shoot directly at water. If you're a beginning shooter or you're someone just watching this, I don't want you to take a gun out and shoot at water and not know what you're doing. It's better not to shoot at water, around rocks, or metal. And that's all I wanted to say.
And the metal we were shooting at was rusted roofing metal that had been sitting out there for, what, at least a year? And we were literally able to poke a stick through it, guys. And then we had some dirt behind that to stop it, but we got to raise the berm up because some of the shots that I was taking that day was skipping through the berm and going behind it. But no one got hurt. But anyway, we're going to be talking about how to start into muzzleloading, black powder muzzleloading for an inline rifle. I've seen a lot of people do it for cap and ball revolvers and traditional styles, but I haven't really seen a lot of people do it for inline rifles. I paid, what, $50 for this at a pawn shop here in town?
Yeah. No, 60 for that one. 60?
It came with no tools, no paperwork, no instruction booklet. I had to go all night and everything. It had powder and a sabbated bullet. I dumped it right here. I meant to put this up here. One of these in there, loaded, sitting there for God knows how long. When I finally got the nipple off, I could not get the breech plug. It corroded the breech plug and the barrel together. Because he was just not, he abused this rifle. I don't know how much longer this rifle is going to be with me, being able to be shoot, because the rifling is starting to go out in it, and stuff, the sights. Anyway, but like I said, cheap, just going to get a beer gun, but it'll serve that itch, and if you don't like it, you can take it back, sell it, or sell it to your friends with a bunch of stuff for a little bit and make your money back and whatever. But what you're going to need to start out shooting an inline rifle, for one, is the rifle. And Walmart also, I think whatever here has a selection, like a starter thing. I think it's like, what, $150 to $250. Like, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah, comes with
everything but, I think everything but the powder and primers.
Yeah.
And it's a 209, so which I think I'm gonna pick up this year and do a review on and clean it up, walk y'all through the process that I used for this one. But what you're basically gonna need to start off with, and we'll go into greater detail in other videos on this stuff. You're gonna need ammo, a powder measure, preferably brass. You really don't want to use steel at all, or anything that could cause a spark. So preferably brass or plastic. That's why I'm using a brass head. You're going to need a ball starter, some cleaning rods for after you're done shooting, cleaning out the fouling, and I prefer to use these universal cleaning rods. A powder flask. I went the cheap route and bought a bunch of airsoft BBs, poured the airsoft BBs out to a friend of mine, and then put powder in here with some marbles just to keep it from clumping up, because it's not really airtight. And this is just some crushed Gem Stocky Gold. But like I said, powder, you're going to need powder. There's loose, actual loose grain, true black powder. Most rifles people prefer 2FG. Some people use 3FG. I don't have any on the table with me. All I have is 2 pounds of 2FG. You can get these tablets like this from Gem Stocky Gold. It's expensive. I paid $16 for this, and then this was given to me, but the person who paid for this, which I haven't used all of it up.
30.
Yeah, $30 plus tax. And then I bought 4 tubes of this for $14 plus tax. So that was expensive. And then my caps were $10. My lube, I saved myself a bunch of money because I was looking at lube and that was expensive. I looked up a bunch of historical recipes, tried out a bunch, and then I tested my own. And this lube that I'm using is consistent of 25% animal fat, aka bacon grease, and 25% Crisco, and then 50% beeswax, and it works. It keeps the fouling so soft. It's like I'm putting in smokeless powder in the barrel, which I am not. That's another thing. Don't ever use smokeless powder in your muzzle loader. It will blow up your face. Now I know there are some black powder. There's some muzzleloaders that are smokeless powders, but make sure, okay, guys. But this is and you're gonna need projectiles. You can get in the store. I don't have all the varieties, but you're gonna get some kind of saboted or belted, like these power belts. These are Hornady. I think they're like 420 grains. It's basically a 44 caliber projectile bump, or 44 or 45 projectile bumped up to a 50 caliber. And this is a 50 caliber, well, 4.90 on a belt that acts like this one acts like a Monet ball from the Civil War. When the powder goes, it expands and grabs that rifle and helps twist it and keeps it accurate. And then you can cast your own ammo, which mine loves. If you have a friend that already is into muzzleloading, and he has some, ask him to borrow, you already buy some from him, whichever one, or just see if you can use some, and see if yours like it. If so, then invest in one of these. But we're going to talk about each of this little stuff individually later on. This is literally and also just get you, go to Dollar General, buy you a $1 bag. All this stuff will fit into this, fit in your trunk, plus with your rifle. Go out, take it to the range. Sam, I know you want to talk about hunting, but we'll get to that in the next video. But for just going to the range, this is really all y'all need. This whole setup is, not that expensive, guys. Alright, guys, this is going to do it for the beginning portion of this. We're going to get into extra stuff that you're going to need in the next video. I want to thank Mama Murphy for coming up here and clarifying that she didn't have to do that. I could have done it, and it probably wouldn't have been as sincere. But guys, please go to the last video, make her internet famous, because that first headshot, by the way, her sights were only set for 50 yards, and we were shooting way past 50 yards. At least 100 yards plus. And her first shot, not sighting in the rifle, having it at the low yardage, bam, right here in the eyeball, guys. That is a shot for the ages. Of course, she couldn't follow it up, keep putting headshots, but but that just shows a skilled person can do that, no matter their age, no matter their gender. And by the way, there's only two, male, female. Confused? Look down. That's all I gotta say about that. See you in the next video, guys. I had to make my mom laugh. Bye-bye, guys.